Good evening, or should I say good morning? The time now is 25 to 5. I've been sitting here for some time now, actually, in this room. I got rather late from a party, which I quite enjoyed, but one has one's reservations. One has quite enjoyed oneself, but one has to make reservations because the people weren't particularly interesting. In fact, there weren't as many people as I expected there to be, because I thought, the Maynard Mitchells have a big do. And in fact, there weren't nearly as many as one might have thought, which was a pity. In fact, I think I must have drunk rather a lot, although I didn't seem so at the time. I thought myself quite sober. When I leapt into the car to drive home, after my merry abandon, I found the task extremely difficult, and it was extremely fortunate that there was nothing else on the road, because looking back on it, I seem to remember I had a mental brainstorm that I didn't realize at the time, and I think I drove the whole way home on the right-hand side of the road. This is something, of course, which comes from driving in France too much, which is what I've been doing recently, as you probably know. Driving in France, and in moments of stress, such as was this journey home, one forgets so easily the lies, the truth, and the pain. But still, I'm wavering from the point. What I was trying to say is, when I sat here, I had a extremely pleasant time on the piano. Actually, I was playing the piano and sort of singing, and I rather fear I might have kept people awake upstairs. One hopes not, but it was pleasant, and it's extremely pleasant sitting here now, because I think there's something extraordinarily nice about seeing the dawn up before one goes to bed, because there's something uncanny about it when it suddenly becomes light, because one connects darkness with going to bed, surely, and when one is still up, it becomes light, and it's a new day, and you still haven't gone to bed to sleep, because the night equals sleep so easily. And when one is still up when the new day begins, it is something of an intriguing experience, I always find. I can look out of the window now, and that tree over there is green, whereas before one goes to bed, just before one goes to bed, a tree should be black, surely. Everything should be black before one goes to bed. That is surely the essence of the whole matter. Anyway, I think I'm straying from the point, and I shall probably stop talking here, because if I don't, I shall start sort of relating sort of life histories and things which will be frightfully tedious. So here with that, I'll also say good night. Good night. Still it's time that grows in my brain. Still it's time that calls me in. Still I scream when time ticks. Still I cringe when time strikes. Still I groan for time's lapse. But still I'll try for time, perhaps. Another song I learnt very recently, which means I'm likely to forget the words. As I thought, I forgot the words.
Did you write that?
Yes, I did actually. That's my surrealist song. It's crazy. I know it's a sort of funny dream. Much better with the lights on. Another one for the record. Something like this mishap. I think I'll be singing that tomorrow, actually.
Yeah, I would.
As I wander down the road. Can't think of any other songs to do. Let's see now. What could I do? That would be interesting. I'm afraid to say that at this stage my voice has begun to fail me rather badly, so I'll just do one more song. It's terrifying. sorry, got the tempo wrong.
Thomas told me. Okay, here we go.
Okay.
Whatever it is, take
Yeah.
one.
I got to retune.
Okay. Much less.
I don't know how it started.
This one is called My Love Left with the Rain. This was the one I wanted to get as expensive a sound as possible. The introduction, this is one I did with flute and stuff. The introduction starts off and the bass comes in, or whatever it would be. And then the flute, the way I did it had a flute, but whatever it would be would go. Because so you have 2 bars of that, and then it moves to, and the flute comes in, and then you have chords and stuff. I'll just sing it straight through. I haven't sung it for such a long time, I can't remember the words. There's another verse here which I'll skip.
Does the mic ever pick up the noise of the tape?
Oh yeah. What else was that? Just another which is so corny, but it's possible.
There was a bass bit.
Yeah, the rhythm possibly. I think that's all I had. Also, there was some instrumental which I worked. It'd be nice to have a really nice instrumental which is sort of I did the original rhythm. I cut that up to it, but you know, you get the idea. Come to think of it, it'd be rather nice to have a solo violin to sing that Soldier note. Make it really so nice and mysterious. Also, the dominant is quite important in that, I think. This next one is called Made to Love Magic. I have one or two ideas for backing, because when I played this at the Roundhouse and had just a flute playing with it. The introduction goes, flute comes in with a sort of crescendo note. And also it goes into sort of being it's a minor key, but it goes into a chorus in a major. It'd be nice to make this sort of celestial as possible. But I'll mention that after. It's very badly played, but you get the idea. One thing about that one, did in a slightly different rhythm, which is perhaps more pleasant, it just means it draws it out more. But if it was an interesting compliment going on, it would be alright. Something like that. I think that's probably rather nicer. One or two ideas about this, which I get from the back. Flute part. The chorus went something like that, etc. You know, you get the idea. It's really celestial. I'm afraid this is proving to be an unprofessional tape altogether, partly due to intoxication. This is a nameless one. For the backing, I can't think of anything except the bass I mentioned. I think so. It should be quite nice to have a string bass or something. Something could happen instrumentally here. One called Thoughts of Mary Jane, which probably wouldn't do it. But just in case it works out nice, it works out nice from the backing point of view, it might be good. Also suffering from a new string. Yeah, that one. The only idea I had for that was a sort of bass going slightly offbeat. You can put something out of that. So, it's just a sort of little song, an impulse song, which might be worth doing it just simply if the backing works out well. I don't know if it would or not. This next one is called Day Is Done. I've never really done this with any other accompaniment, but it's just a generally sort of string quartet song.
Sorry, did I tell you? Hang on. I got to clear something up. I'm going to do an introductory bit, which I may cut out, but you'll hear when I come in the normal place. Sorry? No, I'm going to do a little bit at the beginning, which is then I'll come in on the rhythm. You'll know when I come. Okay.
That was fun. Can we do one more just straight away? I think that'll get it.
Fine. Is it a light there? Oh, good. Yeah.
A little more careful, Nick.
A little more careful.
You're swinging it again a bit. Danny! Ponderous.
Hey, rocky.